Yeah, we don't want nobody telling us what to do. We don't want nobody pushing us around.
I apologize. But tell me, just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. We want to be free to ride. We want to be free to ride our machines without being hassled by the man. And we want to get loaded. And we want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a party.
This is a Biker's Lifestyle Podcast. You know who I am by now.
Yeah, you fucking know who I am, too. You've probably been muttering my name under your breath, breath enough.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, well.
You want to jump right into the guest thing today, or do you want to get things off your chest?
Actually, I just wanted to say real quick, I hate the Biker's Lifestyle Podcast.
I do, too.
I really do.
I don't even know why we're doing this shit anymore.
I've wondered that as well. But that's going to be a bumper sticker I'm going to have made, and that way, if you complain, if you just provide some feedback for us in the Biker's Lifestyle Podcast, we'll send you a sticker that says, I hate the Biker's Lifestyle Podcast. Thanks for listening.
This episode brought to you by Self-Loathing. Self-Loathing.
Or Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper, we're looking for sponsors.
Just like Mr. Pibb, but with a medical degree. That's right. All right, we can fucking get into it now.
Yes. We have a super special guest.
We do.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
My name is Chelsea Daydez. I grew up around motorcycles. I'm more than happy to be here, and I'm getting back on the road. It's a process through COVID, but it's a thing.
Yeah, say hi to the camera for you real quick, unless you're afraid of it. Our last stream.
It's right there.
It's right there.
Hi.
Hey, there's only like 5 people that watch this, so don't worry about it. The rest of
all right.
Chances are we fuck up the video.
we fucked it. Yeah. We always get the audio. That's out there. There's a lot of people do listen to it that way. But
so where are you from?
Well, I was born in Loves Park. I lived in Beloit, Wisconsin.
Wow.
I've lived in around the Lisle area. I lived in Freeport, graduated from Freeport, and I went to Northern Illinois University. So this general area, yeah.
Rock River Valley.
Yeah,
So
Rock River Valley.
Are you in Illinois now?
I am in Illinois right now, yes.
Are they still on lockdown?
We are in phase 4. I don't know what that means sometimes, but we are in phase 4. So you can go into the restaurant, but it's like at 50% capacity. And there's a lot of, should you wear a mask? Should you not wear a mask? You should wear a mask. I'm not wearing a mask. It's very...
Well, I mean...
Do you have to wear a mask?
I mean...
In Illinois, yeah. Everywhere
you're
you go.
supposed to.
Is it like one of those weird...
At the grocery store, you most definitely need to. At some gas stations, you most definitely need to. But if you go to a restaurant, the word on the street is you do not have to wear a mask if you're eating or drinking. But if you get up to use the bathroom, you need to put your mask on.
Oh, what I want to know is if your mask is working, why the fuck are you worried about whether or not I have one on? If yours works, doesn't matter.
I don't know how any of it works anymore.
And if the masks work, then open the shit the fuck back up again. Because
in Madison,
we were all running around without masks on and everything was closed. I mean, come on.
In Madison, Monday, it's a $350 fine if you're caught without a mask in public.
Holy cow.
Yep. It's on Facebook, so it's probably real.
It's probably real.
Yeah.
God bless Governor Evers.
Fucking hell.
He is doing a great job for this state, don't you
well,
think?
to be fair, it's not exactly Evers, it's Madison mayor or whatever.
Yeah. Evers, he's a Democrat.
No, he's a douchebag too. I'm
just spewing it up.
I don't know. Fuck, I hate everybody.
He's going to be.
So how long have you been in motorcycles?
There.
Well, I definitely loved being on them as a child. In fact, I remember getting yelled at multiple times for climbing on it because that was a good time as a small child. I could drive it, and I also remember my dad letting me wear shorts on the back of the bike once, and I definitely got a muffler burn. I had a serial number on my leg for a short period of time, so I remember that day very clearly, because as we can all imagine, my mother was pretty upset.
Yeah.
Moms don't get a laugh out of things like that.
No,
they generally do have have a bad time with it.
Well, I've put her kid on the back of my bike before, and he's melted a couple gym shoes, putting them on pipes, and I wasn't paying attention. They don't see the humor.
I've seen the aftermath of a boot on top of my pipe from my wife, and I didn't have any humor with it either.
Well, WD-40. Once it cools down, WD-40 will take that shit right off.
It will. It will.
Take skin off too.
I was gonna say.
FYI. I burnt the shit out of myself on pipes. So.
Yeah, I know. I got my thumb yesterday.
Yep.
Reaching around doing something with the goddamn bike, setting something again. But now you texted me was it last night or the night before?
I think it was Thursday.
Thursday,
I texted you
okay.
and said, yeah, so I officially passed the rider safety course, though that doesn't mean anything currently because I can't go to the DMV to get my permit
So let's see
or
if
the M on my license.
Okay, so Illinois wasn't doing the state test to endorse people to get a motorcycle license.
Right.
But you took it through Harley Davidson.
Yes,
The
I did.
Rider's Edge course, very good course. And because they're private, they were able to do it in the state of Illinois.
Yes.
And so now you have completed all the requirements. You've shown under the state's eyes through their guidelines that lay out, right,
Yes.
that you are able to operate a motorcycle.
Correct.
However, you are unable to go anywhere to get that certified.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. So it sucks. I would really like to have that on my license so I can take it out and just like look at it every couple of minutes and be like, oh, there it is. It happened.
I've been riding motorcycles for over 20 years and only have had a license for 8. So
Yeah,
it's doable.
I was going to say.
It's doable.
I hear it a lot. It's fine. Just do it. It's fine.
Yeah, I think mine was like 8-9 years ago as well.
Yeah.
I did the Rider's Edge class.
I've been riding since I was a fucking teenager, but I just got one 8 years ago. And I went through the DMV, so that was fun.
Yeah, yours was an experience, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You had to ride up like Green Bay or something?
Ashland, Wisconsin.
Ashland, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's a hike.
It's a hike. But it is what it is. I have an M on my thing, and yeah, it's one less ticket when I get pulled over.
All I got to say is once you get the M, you really don't want to have to go and get it again, so make sure that you renew it.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
No, I'm just saying if you change states, sometimes they'll say, because they asked Donna.
Oh, yeah.
In Florida, well, you want to keep the M? She's like, yes, I want to keep the M. She only broke her toe for crying out loud doing her class.
So the Rider's Edge course, I thought, oh, yeah, that's right, because, yeah, you get certified, but technically you got to go through a DMV to get the actual endorsement.
Yes,
That's right.
get the actual
Now,
endorsement.
in Wisconsin, when you get that certificate from Rider's Edge, it's only a 30-day period, and then it expires. What about in Illinois? You might want to look into that date.
I don't know. As far as I know, it's not. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I hope it's not going to be a problem.
Check the date on it.
I
Just
think
see.
it's 90 days in Wisconsin.
Is it
I
90?
think it's 90 days.
30, 90, either way.
I had I used to date a girl, and she went to a Rider's Edge type course. It was at a college or whatever. Has never been on a motorcycle on the street under her own power, but she has an M endorsement. So I have mixed feelings about I have really mixed feelings about those types of courses. I mean, I think they work, but I think you got to do the street work on top of it. I'm not saying you haven't. I'm just saying that sometimes those courses, I don't know, man. I wish they had like a part of the course that would take them on the street.
I totally agree because that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is that my bike is currently in storage, and I live in the very center of Rockford. Like I live near Riverside and Alpine, so there's really no good way to get my bike back as a new rider. And I'm just like, I'm not ready to take my bike home yet. That's like real.
Short of Alpine and East State, I can't think of a worse intersection to be at.
So I can go Perryville, East State, Mulford, like whatever the worst roads in Rockford are. Those are the ways I can go.
Well, no, every road in Rockford is bad. It's like driving through Beirut or Afghanistan or something.
It is true.
Because they're terrible. The potholes are terrible. But yeah, Rockford's got some bad intersections.
Wait, you have your temps though, right? Like you, wait a second. Okay, well, Wisconsin, you got to get your temps, the motorcycle temps, and then you can ride on the street as long as you're with is it
A licensed motor.
Yeah, license. You got to have a licensed person with you.
Yeah, that's like the permit in Illinois.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
So, and typically with the class, they encourage you to get your permit before you take the class. So you take like the written portion of the test to get your permit in Illinois. So they encourage you to go and do that, but that wasn't a thing that everybody could go and do this time. So you could just take it without it. And now we're all sitting here like, oh, we passed the course. And we can't do anything, really. Or we're not supposed to. But yeah, no, I definitely, and it would be nice to start, because in the course, like obviously the course is small in comparison to being out on the street. And it would be nice if they like took you just on a back road just to practice shifting, because like I think I've gotten into second gear like 3 times. You know what I'm saying? I would like to feel a little more confident about that before I just go riding around. But you know, whatever.
Yeah, no.
You only live once. Go for it, right?
Oh, I mean, yeah. What's the worst thing that can happen? But
well.
Now you work for. You work in the industry as well.
Yes, I do work in the industry. I work in marketing and event coordinating, and I get to see the rider safety course happen a lot. And it's definitely been interesting to watch. Like, honestly, that's probably, it's hard not to look at. It really is.
Well, it's right out the back door.
It is right out the back door there, yeah. So we have, you know, and it's all kinds of people. There are people that were riding for 25 years that are just now trying to do it. And there's people that have never even been in the vicinity of somebody that owns a motorcycle and show up to class. And then there's some in-betweens where it's like, oh, well, I rode dirt bikes when I was like 10. And that's the last time I was on a bike. And then there's people like me that was like, I grew up on the back of the bike, and I rode to, it was 2 years ago, I rode out to Maine on the back of a bike, and I love it. I love it so much. I want to take my own bike out there. That's like definitely a bucket list thing.
Whoa, a woman riding her own motorcycle?
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you feel about that, bro?
It's 2020, man. They can do things.
They can ride motorcycles.
Diversity is not an old wooden ship.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Who knew? Go ahead. Sorry.
So, but yeah, I had never really rode one. The last clutch work experience I had probably was when I was 15, and the last bicycle riding I did was probably 2 years ago when I went to Burning Man. So
Burning Man.
Yeah, I went to Burning Man.
What? Okay, for those that don't know what Burning Man is, including myself, I mean, I kind of know what it is. It's in the desert, right?
Yes.
In California.
The playa.
It's on the playa.
That's right.
It's on the playa. So it is out in the middle of the desert. It's a leave no trace event. You essentially see like a city just come out of nowhere, and then it's just gone.
My cousin's gone for 10 years in a row.
Yeah, I want to go back so bad.
So what is the thing about? Like, why do they do it?
Why do they do it? Well, I mean, it really teaches you a lot about you know, self-accountability, responsibility, and community. I just from my own personal experience, and I will tell you, like, whatever you can imagine that you want to do, somebody's probably doing it somewhere.
In Burning Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. At Burning Man. Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, I saw like disco roller skating, roller derby. I played in a big plastic ball pit. I went to a mosh pit in the middle of the desert. I watched Rocky Horror Picture Show. I ate crepes.
Good movie.
Yeah. I mean, I went in this thing called the Thunderdome, which I don't know if you've seen Mad Max, but they put you up on the 2 little harnesses and launch at each other, and you beat the crap out of each other with foam bats.
This is at Burning Man?
Yeah, all of it. All of it's there. There was death metal yoga. I did a whole bunch of crazy stuff, man. Like,
death metal yoga.
I learned how to draw a unicorn from an 8-year-old.
Wow.
It was awesome.
They got 8-year-olds?
Yeah.
So, wow, that's fucking... So it's not like a music festival. It's
there is music there. Oh, yeah, there's music there. There's little, like, jam booths set up anywhere. And people just get up there and play whatever. It's awesome.
Now, what did you do for your good deed for everybody? Because that's one of the things you're supposed to do.
That is one of the things. As a new person there, I really struggled with what I wanted to do when I went there. I tried to practice reading tarot cards. I'm still like not comfortable doing that for other people, but I like the art of it, so I have a lot of them. But there was an amazing camp that was across ours called the Parasol Mafia, and they, dude, I went over there one night. It was like
death metal yoga,
the Parasol Mafia. That's the thing.
Yeah,
brother, we're going down a weird road here, man.
No, I'm good with that.
I am too. This is great.
You had me at Thunderdome.
Right? It is awesome. You can climb on top of it. It's like, you know, one of those things at the park where they're like kind of octagon shaped, and
Yeah.
you climb up on them. That's what it happens in. So you can climb up there and watch people do this.
That's
but
cool
it was
as shit.
Really cool. But yeah, Parasol Mafia. I went over to their camp, and they were just sitting around. Like some of them are pretty gone.
That's awesome.
Participated in some extracurriculars and all that fun jazz.
Mhm.
But they started busting out these like life questions that they all wrote down, and I just had a really we're talking about the meaning of life and the universe and whatever else, and I had a really good time. Like I had a great time. So then I woke up in the morning. I had brought eggs like to the playa, and I was hoping to eat those for my own breakfast, but that is not what happened. I made everybody over there mushroom omelets with all of the fresh food that I had on like the second.
What
kind of
day I
mushrooms?
was there. Just
Suicide
mushrooms. I'm like, that was kind of boring. I guess I should have just.
That's not the Burning Man that I
Or
heard
not some,
about.
not some chanterelles or something. No.
No.
That's not the Burning Man I heard about.
No. That's pretty wild. I want to.
Do you know who runs Thunderdome?
Mad Max.
No.
Tina Turner.
Master Blaster runs Thunderdome.
Master. Oh, you're right.
Master Blaster.
Oh, yeah, the little dude in the
Yeah.
backpack.
Master
That's
was
right.
the little dude, and
The
Blaster was the big
That's
dude. Yeah.
right.
Fucking
about
I
that.
live my life to Mad Max, man.
I've garnered.
When this all goes to shit, when 2020 does finally shit can society, I am all about fucking.
Well, you
running
keep hoping. He's the first one. Are we out there rioting yet? Are we out there? Are we?
I am this far away from getting
is it
shoulder
time?
pads with spikes.
You can do that anyway. I wouldn't stop you.
We have a post-apocalyptical episode where we
We
talked
do.
about it.
Nice.
Yeah,
we
no,
brought
I'm all about it. I am fucking all
I
about
think
fucking.
we need to do another episode like that.
Well, as soon as things finally go to shit, man, we're gonna have to do a how-to.
No, that'll be
How
in
to.
November when we're closer to get to the election. We'll see.
When we do a how-to on how to
That's gonna be a scary.
run the wasteland.
Between here and there, it's
Just
pretty
walk
scary.
away. Yep.
But I want to get back to Burning Man because that
Yeah.
really sounds cool as fuck. Now, how
It does
bad was the dust? I heard on the
Oh,
playa,
It's
because I've read a lot about it.
it's intense. Like it is intense, and I got lucky. It really wasn't bad the year that I went. But I will say the year that I went, the first day when we got there was the worst. I think we were waiting to get in for 8 hours because the
Motorcycle.
dust was so bad that you couldn't see. Like you could see probably like I don't know, like a foot and a half in front of your face, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, so you gotta like have your eye gear and all that kind of stuff to roam around out there. And the first thing they make you do, like if you've never been to Burning Man, and you get up there, they're like, "All right, is it first year?" And they'll make you roll around in it because you can't escape it. It's everywhere. It's just in everything.
Yeah. I used to sandblast for a living, so I know all about that.
Probably
It's
gets in
everywhere.
all the nooks and crannies too. I
Yeah.
can imagine the chafing on day like 4. You know what I mean?
Right. Now,
Everybody's walking around like Patrick from the Starfish. Yeah, that's just where my mind went right away. Like, man, that's gonna suck. But
now my cousin Troy was telling me that you do have to pay to get into Burning Man. He said,
Yes.
but there is one way to get in for free. Do you know that way?
If you want to volunteer as a ranger.
That is one way, but you don't have to work. The way to get in for free is if you parachute. You can parachute in.
Oh.
not parachuting in shit.
Yeah, that's kind of one of those things I keep telling myself I want to do,
I did it
and I'm
twice.
not really sure I want to do.
Oh man.
I don't know. It's kind of like I feel like there's a lot of people that are like, I want to ride a motorcycle, and then when it gets down to it, they're like, I don't actually want to ride it. It's terrifying, to some people. But I feel like that's where I'm at with parachuting. So maybe I should ease up off the people.
I've
if
jumped.
they want to do something.
I've jumped out of a perfectly good airplane twice.
Twice.
Yep.
Nice.
I will fucking go 190 miles an hour down an interstate in between fucking traffic. I am not jumping out of an airplane.
I did.
I'm not doing it. I am not fucking doing
I
it.
did accelerated free fall.
You
Jumped
know
out
what?
at
If you want to
10,000
see me
feet.
act like a little bitch, put me up somewhere high and have a bat. And I
Yeah.
will. And I'm get it away. I'm a little girl when it comes to that shit.
I just
Not
remember.
jumping out of airplanes.
I remember
Not
the.
fucking with bats.
I remember the first time doing it, man. It was nuts. Swinging my legs down, a little dime in there, and holding on to the strut and the friggin' thing. And I looked at my buddy, and I'm like, "See ya!" And boom, out the plane I went. And
So other than Burning Man,
fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
we kind of got hung up on Burning Man for
We
a second.
did,
That's
It's
we
pretty
did.
awesome. I'm
fucking
sorry.
Burning Man does sound fun as shit though.
I would
But-
like to take that. Well, I would like to take the motorcycle out there and put it into storage, and then get on the bus to go out there because I would not bring a motorcycle onto the playa. That thing would look really sad when it. Got
well, if you had a
out there.
nice rat rod, you wanted to get sandblasted.
That's
or, you
true.
know,
You probably
That's
need
true.
like a
Oh.
fucking enduro type bike though.
probably eat through your wires, man.
Yeah, because it's alkaline dust out there, so
Yeah.
yeah, it'd be rough.
Nah, it'd be all right.
Yeah.
Get like an old fucking shitbox fucking Honda, like an old like shitbox Honda 450. You know what I mean? Them fuckers, they take a beating.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
so I think you guys got me going with the Burning Man thing. I'm like I got like a million more questions. They're gonna be the Burning Man contest or podcast, but
Well, I mean, we one thing that we can talk about now. You're a female rider,
Yes, I am.
and especially club life, it is a male-centric environment.
It is, but Rockford actually does have a lot, or the surrounding area of Rockford, I guess I should say, has a lot of women rider groups.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, by a lot, I mean like
Like the Motormaids.
3 or 4. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there's like Midwest women riders and stilettos and steel, and women in the wind, and then there are like ladies of hog, which isn't technically, kind of is and kind of isn't, but there's definitely women out there. One thing I will say though is that I can't say I've met a lot of women that really work on their own bikes, and that is a life goal for me. So I'm hoping that I'll find somehow some way to.
it's not
learn
all it's
that.
cracked up to be.
No. Well, I'm sure it's a giant pain in the ass, just
It's
like
a pain in
working
the
on
ass.
anything. Like
Yeah.
it does have that working on part. It's not like it's not the playing on portion. That's
It's
the more fun.
love
It's
and
a-
hate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Love and hate.
it's one of those things. Whenever I'm tearing my shit apart, trying to put it back together, I'm like, man, I should have paid attention in school so I could afford to pay somebody to do this for me because it sucks.
Yeah, when you start talking $90-something an hour for
Yeah.
labor,
It is.
90,
yeah, I know, right? Well, yeah, some of the stuff you want done, those guys are probably a lot more
100 and a
expensive than
quarter
that.
usually at dealerships. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, never mind. I'm not going to get you in. So, since you do work for Harley Davidson, I have a question to ask.
Yeah.
How dire are things right now? Because all you hear in the media is how Harley is shit canning
Oh.
everything.
Ooh.
Do you like your job or don't you?
I love my job.
Well, then maybe you
I
should think
love
about that.
it.
before you answer
No,
that.
Yeah, I really do love it.
But what's it like on the dealership floor? Is it panic and fucking horrible shit, or is it business as usual, or what's going on?
I wouldn't
Yeah, 'cause
say
the
we
new
definitely
CEO,
don't
that's right.
have panic. Like I read about it. I
Yeah.
read the articles and everything like that. And so then it gets in a case, like I do feel it. I feel like, Harley has made a lot of changes, and I think they're doing their best that they can to steer it in the right direction. And as far as our dealership goes, like we're doing well, especially considering the circumstances that way beyond well at that point, because there's a lot that
It's
have kind
not-
of bit the dust the last couple of years.
things are kind of
and
fucky
yeah,
right now.
Yeah, they are. But, I don't know. I think there's a lot of just general, I don't know, hope. And I think it's just working there and seeing people that, want to ride. I don't even know how you could feel like that doomsday thing. Like, even if it's just one person that's coming in there that's getting that excited, it's just a really powerful thing to watch, to see
Yeah.
somebody get their first bike or their first Harley. Sometimes that's even more exciting for some people than their first bike. So it's incredible.
Yeah.
It really
Well,
is. I
Well,
love
you guys are selling fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not an image, no?
well, it's not like you're selling fucking fleet pickup trucks, and I'm just saying, you're selling a motive of fun.
I don't even, and to me, I think it's way beyond just fun. Like, to me, I guess
Well,
one of the main reasons I honestly really wanted to work there was because bikers believe in community, and they do believe in respect. The majority of them that I come across, you
Sure.
give respect, you get respect, and
Yeah.
you support each other, and you see bikers all the time doing things for the community that there are not a lot of people doing. And
Yeah.
it's awesome. It's incredible, and then you also see this whole like misconception of bikers that is just like, what is going on in your head to the
Yeah.
general populace?
well, I think the biggest thing with bikers is that there's not one brand of biker.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
It's you can't put. I mean, not all bikers wear leather and have long hair and goatees.
Not
I mean,
all of them.
not all of them, but
Well, and here in the biker's
I don't
lifestyle,
have a goatee.
but here in the biker's lifestyle, we recognize all bikers except for gold wingers, but all bikers are welcome.
Oh.
there's no love for gold.
But there's
wings on
no
this
love for
podcast.
gold wingers. In fact, we had our first show without mentioning gold wingers, so I think we should mention them twice as much in this one.
Fuck
to
gold
make up
wingers.
for Fuck them, man. Sitting there on your goddamn lazy boy. That's not even a gas tank underneath there, man. Gas tank's down on the bike, goddammit. Jesus.
But did you read the specs? Fuck you. It stopped really good. Anyways. God damn it.
So I mean, on the promotions end of it, within Harley, I mean, every weekend must be like. Did you have a ride yesterday that you guys were hosting?
We did not have a ride yesterday. We kind of took a break because we did 2, and we have 1 next weekend. So we did 2 last weekend, and then this weekend was just kind of like, hey, we have had to.
Well, actually,
our marketing event coordinator is going to take a nap now.
No, our last guest that we had, you know Ted, don't you? Ted Deaver?
That sounds really familiar.
Because I mentioned you, and he said, yeah, I know Chelsea over there at Cagle's Harley Davidson.
I feel bad.
Combat Veterans Motorcycle
Okay,
Association.
all right. Okay, I got it. I got it now. I started in April, and I will say there's just been a lot of
lot's
new
happened
faces
in
and new
America
names and and all that
We've
too.
gone communistic.
Ooh.
You know, we're trying not to go fascist, but we are communist right now.
Oh.
Semi-communist.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue.
So what's God damn it, I'm trying to figure out how to answer this question. So
You're
we're trying to ask
this question. I was like, well,
I
this
think
is
you should
interesting.
ask-
I need to
You
hear
should
the
answer it
question.
and then let her ask the
Yes.
question, and we'll see.
Yeah, it's like Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Right,
ooh,
right.
okay.
Yeah. What is? No. So, okay. How big of a threat is Indian? Like, in the dealership level, like, do you guys like every time they
Is it
come out with a
talked
new
about,
bike,
right?
you're like, God damn it? Or do you guys like barely pay attention to that type of shit?
I don't really know that I mean, I haven't paid any attention to it. We definitely have people that are on Indians that come into the dealership, and we have a pretty.
Well,
We might give them a little bit of a hard.
well.
But
I
it's
used to
friendly.
be that
hard.
asshole that showed up in a Victory at the Harley dealership, so,
It's fine.
you know.
You're
Well.
on 2 wheels.
Well, I'm just curious because everybody's. That's like, I mean, if you're on the internet machine and you're on any type of page on the Facebook or whatever, Indian is going to replace fucking Harley and yada, yada, yada. And the new Challenger is way better than the new Road Glide, even though that is 100% a fucking ripoff of the goddamn Road Glide. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You turn them fuckers sideways, they almost look identical.
Yeah, I know.
Harley, Indian kind of, but it is what it is. But everybody keeps saying how Indian is going to take over the American cruiser scene. And I was just curious what the dealerships are seeing. If you guys are seeing like people like, are you guys selling baggers still?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
So it's not
And
like
Sportsters, and
Right.
we're still selling. I mean, I honestly think in the last couple of days we've sold. Well, no, that one we have the trike, but the last couple of weeks, I should say, that we typically sell more touring bikes than we do anything else. So I mean, I don't know that it's.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't feel like it is a concern now, but I also think that it's got a lot to do with brand loyalty. It doesn't even like it doesn't even like phase them to think about like, oh, there's this thing. It's kind of like I could really actually, I don't know. It's like if I want to relate it to like gamers, kind of like.
you seen a lot of younger people coming in? Any younger people coming in?
We did have a couple. We had one kid that actually got his bike as a graduation present.
Oh,
and I was
nice.
like, man,
Wow.
where's
That's
that
nice.
family? Can
Thanks,
I have that?
Mom and
I mean,
Dad.
I
Where
love
were
my
you
mom
on
and
my
dad, but-
graduation
That's
day?
nice,
Right.
but also fuck him.
Right, lucky guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we've
thanks.
had one guy that came in. He bought a bike, and he's probably bought it. And I want to say he's 30, not super younger, but he's brought in his friends and cousins, and it
Nice.
just keeps kind of spreading like wildfire in his general department. So that's nice. But I will say that is a concern. Like that is definitely a concern that we talk about. Like how are we going to get more that are like my generation, my sister's generation on motorcycles. And it's rough. I mean, to even kind of think about going about it because you also see like, in America, there used to be one person that would work in your family and you could support a whole family. And now you have like generations living in a house together trying to just support each other.
Well,
so like it's an affordability issue for a lot of people. I don't know that it's a lack of interest.
And that's the other thing too. Everybody talks about how Harleys are so fucking expensive, and they're not cheap. But at the same time, I don't know of any other motorcycles that are that much cheaper.
Cheaper.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, what's a few $1,000s once you're financing something? You know,
Right.
if something's
I mean, it really-
25 versus 23, is it
It's
really
true.
that big of a deal?
I mean, you're looking at dollars on your payment. At that,
Exactly.
like single dollars. We're not,
You know?
we're not even getting into like $40.
What's that Softail that Harley came out with? That stripped down Softail, like Softail Standard?
I believe that's what they call it. a
Is that what it's
software
called? The
standard,
stripped down Softail?
Yeah.
Where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some
Standard, and they don't have
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
touring packs on it. They don't come with the passenger seat. and
yeah,
all that
it's
stuff,
just
yeah.
it's just a bare bones big twin Harley.
That's what you need for your second bike, bro.
Well, yeah.
I
but-
mean, I'm definitely encouraging you to get something.
Well, it's because you own a software.
I am
that's
trying
definitely the route that I went.
so
I
hard
do
not
as
to bring
well.
up the fact that they discontinued the Dyna model because I was a Dyna boy.
I like the Deuce.
I like the Dyna.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah.
Brother
No,
Boomer
and-
in the background,
Brother
supporter of the Dynas.
Well, and I think that is
Our
because
our next guest
There-
also on a Dyna.
nice. And there's a lot of people that ride them. There's actually a guy that came in the other day, and well, not the other day, it was a couple months ago. One of my absolute favorite customers, actually, he came in and he was looking for a bike, and he was talking about, I think he came in originally talking about a road glide, but he had a Dyna before, and there was a Dyna on the floor, and he walked past it. It was like a kid on Christmas. He was done. That was his bike. That's the bike he left on. It's a bike you see him around. I see him around town all the time now.
That shit eating
So-
grin.
Oh yeah,
Now,
yeah.
did you have a shit eating grin on your face the day you bought your bike?
Yes. Yeah.
What-
Well,
what was
and it
that
was.
like?
Oh man. So the bike came in, and it was like a whole process because we taken a bike, and the service goes through the entire bike,
So this was
details
brandy
the
new.
whole entire break.
Yours-
No, I
okay.
didn't know about used. I had a
Okay.
hard time with the idea of spending more money on my bike than my car, so I was kind of like, oh,
I-
you used one. He's like, no, I'm about that.
Well, he's the other way around.
I'm that asshole with a
Oh.
$20,000 bike and a fucking $1,200 truck.
There you go.
Yeah, you know, we're
Hands go up in the
Yeah.
background. I love it.
Couple of-
born scumbags.
No judgment.
You're surrounded.
No
You're
judgment.
surrounded by born scumbags.
Anyway, so used bike. What your Softail?
It's 2010 Softail Heritage Classic.
How many miles are on it when you got it?
It has about 18,000.
That's all.
That's all.
Oh my God, that's nice. It's nice you got somebody who didn't really want to ride.
Yuppies are good for something.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm really
Right.
excited about it.
Oh, that's awesome.
But yeah, just watching it go through like the service process and detailing process, I'd go back into service and I'd just be doing this like
Yeah.
turn my head, look away. I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you paying attention? Are you gonna buy that bike? Well, yeah. No, I'm gonna. You know, it's like I couldn't even focus. I just thought it was so gorgeous, and then like it came out on the floor, and I pretty much I think I put a hold tag on it, and then 2 days later I put my financing app. I just filled out a hold tag. I was like, I'm gonna put that on that bike.
Now, do you see a lot of new female riders coming through there?
I see a lot of new female riders try to take the class. Unfortunately, I don't see a lot of them make it through.
What
Like-
what happens? It's hard.
It's it is, and I would never say that it isn't. As somebody that didn't ride dirt bikes or anything like that growing up, it is like you're kind of in for a little. Even growing up around them, being a passenger, I definitely was in for a shock. But it's weird. It's like I don't even know 100% what it is. It's just they come to class, they'll complete the court like the bookwork class, they'll come back to the first day of class, and then they just.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes they'll come back for the second day and they'll do about half of it. And not that there aren't some lady riders that have finished it while I've been there. And there's one lady that had already been riding that was in the class last week, and she's ready to go. She's ready to roll. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like my first day out on the course, I flew off the front of that bike. But I also got right back up and was like, "All right, let's do this thing." And they were kind of like, "Are you okay? Do you need to sit down?" No, I don't need to sit down. I go.
What are they using? What are they using for bikes? Bio Blasts?
They're Sportsters. They
Oh,
don't have Beals anymore.
Sporties.
Yeah,
Wow.
Sporties.
Upgraded.
Yeah, well, they're sensitive though. They are, and I will say even bike to bike on the Sportster, because I've gone back to practice. Like when people don't come back to the class, I can go back and practice and all that kind of stuff. And
All right.
Even bike to bike. So the first bike I had, it was like when I went on the throttle, it was like I felt like I was like, am my arm gonna like just twist? Am I just gonna like keep twisting until infinity? It like wouldn't go for anything. And the next one I got on, it was just a little, and it was like, phew! I was like, whoa! I was like, not ready for that either. So they do all ride really different, and I think that's something that if you don't go back and practice, that you're probably in for a world of surprise then too when you get on your bike. If nobody's talked to you about
Okay,
it.
I have a question and an opinion in the same sentence.
Yeah. Okay.
An opinion.
Yes.
Dirty has an
I
opinion.
think.
No way.
I think.
Never happened.
Okay, everybody says a Sportster is a girl's bike, right? But I personally think most women are shorter than most men. That a Softail would be a better bike for a woman because usually they have a lower seat to ground ratio versus a Sportster. Like a standard Sportster is usually higher, unless you get like the Hugger model where it's slammed down or whatever. Would you agree that a Softail is better for a woman than a Sportster?
I would most definitely agree. And even for smaller women, like you can get the bike lowered. They do make the Softail slim model,
Yes.
so it's more slender. So and they make reach seats and all that kind of stuff. So you can really get somebody that's pretty small on a bike without a problem. But I mean, I personally like talking to. I was talking to another lady that rides, and she said the same, that she was on, I don't think she was on a Sportster, but something similar to it that was like a Honda. I can't remember what she said she was
like
on.
A Shadow.
Probably. But she said she was like, it's just, you're fighting the wind like all the time on those smaller bikes too. And if you think about it, it depends on what kind of riding you want to do too. But if you want a long distance ride, I don't know why you would do that on a Sportster.
Well,
it's not, they're not super comfortable.
Right.
They don't have super wonderful suspension, and they are called Sportsters for a reason. They were designed for.
Yeah. No, and I get it. I mean, but I'm also one of those people that people used to tour the United States before there was touring motorcycles.
Right. Exactly.
You know, and I get it, but at the same time, like I want to make it official on the Bikers Lifestyle podcast that a Softail is a girl's bike.
It can be anybody's bike. There's plenty of men out there riding Softails.
No. I know. I'm sorry. No, tank is done. Tank is done. But no, I think women should look into Softails versus Sportsters.
No, I do think.
I'm just saying it because everybody's like, "Oh, you're gonna go get a Sportster. It's the little bike for the little girls." You know what I mean? And I think the Softail would be better for them.
Well, and one thing I will say about Sportster versus a Softail is like when you're on the Sportster and the Sportster starts to
you're
tip.
A fucking asshole.
I think he led this up.
Here's the thing.
Reflecting on this while I'm talking, I'm pretty sure he built this up. He's been thinking about this for a while, I think.
Here's the thing. I wasn't thinking about it at all, but right when I went there, I was like, oh shit, Tank rides a fucking Softail. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm going with it, man. We've got something locked on because I try to get.
Don't worry about it, man.
I try to get my wife on a bike, you know. And you know, and she's like, well, you know, someday I'll do it and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, well, you should get a Softail because they're easier to ride, I think. Because I've ridden Softails and I've ridden Sportsters, and I think the Softail's a better bike for somebody who's, I don't want to say a novice, but like it's just easier for me. Because Sportsters, typically, you're up higher. So your flip ratio is kind of, you know, it's a twitchier motorcycle.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's you know, it's really responsive.
Yeah, like you're right. They are very responsive. Like I remember, I think it's probably about the third time I was out on the course. I like got a twitch in the back of my neck, and I just kind of did like, you know, one of these, and the whole bike was like, it was like the bike had a twitch, and I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, well that sucks, and I don't like that at all. It's like, because that didn't feel like that big of a deal to me.
I gotta tell you, out there on the road with the elements, there's going to be things that are going to happen that are going to make your butt pucker real tight. It happens, you know. It's just part of the experience. It's all part of the fun.
Yeah, you know. I'm down for it.
That's cool, man. I mean, it'll be nice when you can get out and just ride, not have to think about, you know, a license or anything.
Yes, like that. No, I'm very much looking forward to that. I have a lot of. Now I don't know, because originally there was this like voice in the back of my head like, when I got this job, and I was like, oh, now I have to ride a motorcycle. I'm like, that's awesome. And now the voice is very loud. It's not, oh, no, we're not riding. It's like, we're going to do this, and then we're going to go here, and we're going to get this thing, and we're going to see this stuff. And it's, yeah, I'm like really excited.
Let me ask this question then. Which gang are you going to join?
Oh, man. I see. Oh, man.
You save your shit for the next show, okay?
You know, like,
Just start your own. Fuck it.
with where
Yeah,
I'm
it's
at
that
and what
easy.
I do, I feel like it might be a bad idea for me to do that because I don't want to ruffle
Where you work,
feathers.
I
and
would
upset
stay a Harley
people.
owner's
Yeah,
girl.
yeah. I think I'm gonna. Well, and it's not that I don't want to go out and ride with them, and hopefully they'll invite me to join. I've already had some invitations from some groups, but I do. Yeah, I just feel like joining one might make some other
Ride your
people
ride,
sad.
man.
Yeah.
You know, don't bow to anybody's pressure. Ride your ride. And
It's
if you get into a group, either stay way up front or stay way in back.
Those are the safest places to ride. I've already learned
Safest places
that.
to ride, yeah.
I like
Already
being in the
learned
middle.
that. Ugh.
Yeah,
I do.
well,
I don't know.
It's so squirrely there.
No. What you like to do
Yeah.
is you like to go thundering up and around the pack and then block off intersections.
Only, yeah. When it's our ride, I'm the guy that slingshots past everybody. I'll block this intersection too, you know, and yeah.
And then boom, there goes the old dirtbag Dinah flying by me. You know, I love that bike.
I miss it,
I bet you do. I bet you do.
but it has a better life now. It's going to be a chopper.
Oh.
Yep, an old school boy from an old school club bought that bike, and he's going to turn it into a chopper. So.
Well, there you go. That's good.
Yep.
Closure. It's nice to have closure.
Well, I want to see what he turns it into, man.
Right?
Because they're like old school. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Like cutting shit apart type deal.
Wow.
Anyways, sorry, I got all sentimental there for a second.
Oh, no, man.
I
I
almost
was
said,
giving
you
you
know who I'm talking about, you know. But yeah, no, it's cool. Well, shit. Where do we go from here?
That's a good question. I mean,
Well, I was just thinking, like, I know a perfect name. We can call it the Toe Cutter Divas.
toe cutter.
I'm still on the Mad Max thing. See, by the way, the first Mad Max movie, right? The main bad guy who was on a KZ 1000, his name was the Toe Cutter.
A KZ 1000 could have been the baddest motorcycle
sorry.
ever made.
I love the KZ 1000, man. They were awesome fucking machines. I rode a fucking GS 750 around Lake Michigan, so I understand how Sportsters aren't exactly a cruising motorcycle, because, yeah. But at the same time, you can ride anything anywhere. You just got to point it in the right direction.
Yeah, that's true. If you want to do it, you'll make it happen.
Anything's an off-road bike as long as you point it in the right direction. I stole that from Shade Tree Surgeon. And it's
Ride your
true.
little 125 Air Mach-E.
I've taken my Road King off-road.
Yeah,
I've been to a few of them field parties. Where you got to ride.
I've seen the videos actually.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
You know, allegedly.
Allegedly. What'd you hear?
Yeah. So what's I don't know if I should ask this. So what do you think's the next greatest thing coming from Harley? Like, what do you think? What do you personally see on the horizon? Because the live wire, I can't get behind the live wire. I'm not going to lie to you.
I don't think they can get behind the live wire.
I understand.
I think a lot of people just have feelings about the live wire in general because I think there's a lot of people that ride motorcycles that are like e-bikes aren't the same. You know, like that's a common phenomenon and common opinion.
I like the environment just as much as the next guy, but at the same time,
They don't sound the same.
No.
No, they don't.
it's kind of, you know.
But I mean, I have friends that ride e-bikes and they're about that life. So, I mean, that's cool if we can
E-bike
bring some
life.
people over to Harley and
I mean, if that's the thing, that's the thing. But I mean, I don't know.
I don't think they're doing away with like
Here's what I'm no.
gasoline motors anytime soon if
Anytime,
that's
no.
what you're worried about.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay, all right.
I was just
make
curious
sure.
because everybody is like, you know, oh, what can Harley do to get out of their slump? And like most red-blooded males, I always have the right answer in my head. And I'm like, you know what I would love to see? Because they have the V-Rod motor, and they kind of disconnected the V-Rod. What if you stuck the V-Rod engine in like a regular cruiser frame? Like an ultra classic with a V-Rod engine.
Panhead shovelheads come back.
No, panhead shovelheads are not coming back. Those, I mean, come on. Come on. But no, what I mean, like, if you were to stick that V-Rod engine in a normal, like, looking bike, because I think the big thing with the V-Rods was that
That
they were
fucking
kind of
frame, man.
they were
It
kind
looked
of
a lot
goofy
different
looking.
from-
Yeah,
I did see one cool one. It was painted like a Mario turtle shell. The tank was,
that's
and it was kind of neat. I
My-
was like, it looks like
I
that.
can't
so
get
he
beyond
was
the frame.
Yeah.
my wife's son would lose his fucking mind if he saw that. Bike.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of cool. I was like, well, you did something with it that made sense. So there's that.
Because I know of a guy who's got a V-Rod trike, and that's like, dude, that'd be awesome if they fucking started doing shit with that engine, because that engine was fucking badass.
Yeah.
Like, it made a shit ton of fucking power and fucking uber reliable and all this other shit. It just, they put it in the ugliest fucking motorcycle they could fucking design.
I
no
agree.
offense. And I'm like, man, what if they put that engine in like a fucking standard fucking cruiser bike? No, send an
Yeah,
email.
I mean, I don't
Send
get
an
it.
email.
Send an email.
Send an email.
Yeah, send an email.
Comment below. Yeah,
You can send an email too.
I could, but
Please
they're not
don't
going
do
to listen to me.
Yeah.
They're not gonna listen to me.
Well, I mean, the thing of it is like we don't even 100% know. Like all the model releases got pushed back to like 2021 now.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're just kind of trying to erase 2020 as a society.
the
right
Chinese
now.
coughing disease has everybody all fucked up.
Yeah, the Hong Kong flu, yeah.
I will say it's been, I don't know, like I do a lot of reflecting on like just this year in general because I'm like, I feel like it's going to be questions that people ask later. If we make it to later, like, what was that like? And what was this, And I'm going to be like, well, I worked the whole entire time and I was not unemployed and I
Did you get your
learned how
Trump
to
bucks?
ride a motorcycle.
Did
Yeah.
you get your Trump bucks?
I did get that. And
I got mine too.
thanks America, because I gave it to Harley.
Yeah.
I gave mine to a random machine shop.
There you go.
So,
America.
so now you've got your dream job, basically.
Yes, I do.
And the job you had before was, oddly enough, my old job.
Yes, that's true.
Interesting story there.
Very
We're not going to
interesting
tell it
story.
here. So there you go, a day in the life, Harley Davidson, Kegel. Now, Kegel, Harley Davidson, they're pretty storied.
It's Kegel.
It's
Kegel, yeah.
Kegel.
I've
Yeah.
been mispronouncing it this whole fucking
Kegels?
time.
No, it's Kegel.
No, it's Kegel.
Yeah,
It
no,
is.
yeah. Because there's
It
there's
is.
a certain exercise that sounds like that.
Yeah. Kegel,
And
yeah,
every
yeah.
time I've been saying it, the wife is like, "There's no way it's fucking called that." I'm like, "That's what it's fucking called."
It is
kind of
called
went to
that.
school with them growing up in Rockford. That's Kegel.
I believe you.
So, they're like the oldest family-owned Harley Davidson
They
dealership.
are.
And that's documented from what I understand.
It is. You can actually, we have a hall that has like
Yeah.
the original shop and some of the older seats and stuff in it. If you come to the dealership, you can go
How old is it?
take a trip down there.
Oh, God.
And-
Back to 19...
Oh,
Is it, I think
yeah.
it's 21. Or is it 12? Oh, no, it is like 1912.
12. Yeah.
It was the bicycle
Wow.
shop. And then
Holy shit.
the brothers split. One of them went the motorcycle way, and the other one went the bicycle way.
Wow,
And now both exist still. So
that's
it's
rad.
They do.
Yeah.
My first twin bicycle came from Kegel's Harley Davidson. No, Kegel's twin bicycles.
Schwinn was founded in Chicago.
Ah, well, there you go. So day in the life, you show up to work, looking cool on your bike, rolling in, got your leathers on, chaps. You sign autographs on the way in the door.
Oh, no autographs, not yet.
There's
Maybe
no
someday.
paparazzi or anything.
No, not typically. We do have quite a few customers that come in pretty regularly, which is nice because that is one thing about my job prior to the job that I had, that you had, that I missed a lot.
I miss the people.
I love regulars like that, because
Oh, yeah.
it's like having a good neighbor
Yeah.
or awesome friend, and you just learn so much about each
I
other.
just don't miss the insanity of working for
The
that
Black Girl?
company.
The
And
Black
we'll leave
Barrel?
it at that. So a day in the life, you deal with a lot of different groups that do rides and stuff.
I do.
You deal with the hog people.
Yes, so we do have, because the hog meetings actually they moved them, so they're back at the dealership now. So
Now, is there an initiation
Once a month.
for a hog membership?
so when you
I'm biting my
buy,
tongue.
Is there a
Really bad.
patch process? I'm sorry. Let's not go down there.
No, you can go wherever you want. I'm just gonna be really quiet.
Anyway,
well, when you buy a motorcycle, when you buy a Harley,
Mhm.
you automatically get your year of HOG membership. National.
And what does HOG stand
Talk
for?
amongst yourselves.
Harley Ownership Group. Yes.
He's got to leave for this
Yes,
one. Yeah,
Harley Ownership Group. So you automatically get your national, but there's regional. So the regional meetings those are for regional members. So it's super cheap though. I can't remember the price right off of my head. It's like $20 or $40 a year or something like that.
Okay.
It's not a whole lot. But yeah, they have their meetings there. They do rides and all kinds of stuff. And then we have like HOG appreciation events for them particularly. So but I do a lot of stuff. I never thought like anything from getting ready to for free hot dogs, getting the grill. Well, I don't usually pull down the grill. I have somebody else do that. But getting the coolers, filling them up with hot, filling them with ice, making flyers for this thing, flyers for that thing. Trying to find things that I don't even 100% know are there.
Now, do you get special deals on like the closed out merchandise and stuff there?
Well, of course, like anybody. It's not just me though. Everybody that works there does.
Well, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big dealership there.
Yeah.
Excuse me, the boutique. And
They
they got
I've never been. I have to go down there.
And they have a restaurant there too.
Yes, and they have a restaurant there.
A restaurant in the dealership.
It's a
Yeah,
diner in the dealership. Yeah, and from what I hear, I've never had the biscuits and
You
gravy
sit
there.
on motorcycle saddles. You do. You'd see some of they used to be.
Not anymore. No.
They used to be that
Yeah.
way. They had
Ever since
the bar seating.
Janesville lost its dealership,
I
I've been taking a trip up to Madison and this and that, but I'm just not a fan of that dealership. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm not a big fan of it. You have dealership in Madison?
Yeah, I've been there. Yep.
You know what I mean, though?
I do.
You know what I mean? It's a little stuffy.
Yep.
And I don't know, go down to Kegels.
Yeah.
I keep saying Kegel.
Yeah, that's right.
Kegel.
Yes.
Kegel.
Come on down.
They'll
Yeah.
take care of you. They're pretty
No, I'm
cool
gonna check
people.
it out, man. Because
It's a
One of
bit.
these days.
It's pretty. Like I will say that I always feel like when I go, because when I remember going there when I was younger, and I remember they had like merchandise up, because we have like kind of a second level in the
Yeah.
general motor clothes area, and there used to be merchandise up there. There's not anymore. We use them for like meeting and event spaces and stuff like that. But there's still, there's a pretty considerable amount of stuff in there. Like I'm always like, wow. Like I always, every time I go out there, I'm always like, wow, I haven't seen this before, or I haven't seen this today, and there's just like new stuff coming in all the time. And the bike, like that's one thing that I will say that has just kind of blown my mind is the amount of turnover in used bikes is just like, oh god, it's crazy. Like I'll go in there and I'll be like, there's like 6 more bikes here, and then I'll go in there and I'll be like, where did all those bikes go? And then I'm like,
people are buying
now there's a
them,
lot
I
of
guess.
bikes here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's, I know we've definitely seen a lot of used bike sales, and I don't know if that's like the economy being what it is, and people just, I think when you decide, like, I want a motorcycle, it's probably a thing that you're going to try to make happen.
Well, that's gotta be.
So.
Well, it's almost like a mixed blessing, because if you've been thinking about getting a bike for something to fucking do, now's the time.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
you can still do it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
yeah.
anything right now. It is a buyer's market out there.
Well, if you were like, well, these people, I'm all about festivals, you ain't doing
You're not doing any.
You ain't going to fucking Burning Man this year.
Nope.
Fuck.
Yeah.
They got the COVIDs, but
They got
you can still ride a
You
bike
can still ride a bike.
unless you're in Michigan.
Ultimate freedom machine.
Yeah,
right
I
there.
know, right?
Oh.
Crying out loud, man. It's just nuts.
I don't know. I think they could ride bikes. You couldn't ride bikes in Michigan for a while there. They were unessential. I know it's
Yeah,
fucking weird.
bikers getting pulled over.
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were just out for a little. No, you can't be joyriding there.
Nope.
That's
Oh, the virus knows when you're
crazy.
joyriding and not going back and forth to work. It is the smartest virus I've ever seen. It can count to 10. It just knows everything. It knows Home
It knows
Depot's
to
bad.
stop, yeah.
Home Depot's
Don't
bad.
go into.
But schools, Jesus, let's get away from the schools. I don't want to go there, man. It's too much insane.
So you got any other cool stuff besides Burning Man that you do?
I am a lady of many trades. So I also go to like anime conventions and do cosplay.
Really?
So I do that, and then I love music. So if there's music somewhere, I'll probably go. It doesn't even 100% matter if I
Favorite band.
That's That's like asking somebody what their favorite movie is.
Okay,
It doesn't
if
even
this week, what's
exist.
your
If I
favorite
said
band?
to you, I'm gonna go over to the fucking stereo, I'm gonna play one fucking song. What song?
One song.
What
right
song
now.
do you want to hear
But that's
right now?
gonna be different
What song
if
do you
you-
want to hear right now?
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
God, I don't-
You're sitting at the jukebox. There's 2 credits.
It's 2 credits. You can play any song that I want
Any
to
song
play.
you want to play.
That honestly is always going to depend on what the jukebox has, because this is like a
It's the magic jukebox. It has every
YouTube.
song on planet Earth. Even those weird bands like Nerf Herder that nobody fucking hears about.
You know what I could actually really go for today, because I feel like I'm pretty feisty today, is I could go for some Bile. Yeah. It's loud.
Bile.
Yeah, it's loud.
Sounds like something Homer Simpson would say.
Yeah.
Bile.
Yeah, no, don't drink it.
So you like heavier music?
I like literally everything.
Mm.
Like there's probably some limits to that, but there's like
So
some
you're
pop
not into-
music that I like. I like doom metal. I like new metal. I like rock, prog rock.
So you listen to all types of music.
Yeah,
All the
I
metals.
like EDM.
EDM.
I do listen to EDM too. That
Mm.
surprises people sometimes, but I
Yeah.
like that. So I think it's the best music to just get danced to, just dance like stupid to.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah.
It's awesome.
You know, you really haven't changed much since I first met you. So, I mean, I don't. Let's not date ourselves. I mean, you were friends with my oldest son.
Yes.
Back in high school.
Still
Well,
to
yeah,
this
still
day.
to this
Yeah.
day. That's right. But you always were eclectic.
Yeah.
I think, for lack of a better term.
Yes.
How do you spell that?
ECLECTIC. Eclectic.
I give him a hard time for using his college words that I don't understand. But I know, I get it. I'm done.
Quit being obsequious.
I'm trying not to be. But if a guy has a cute butt, a guy has a cute butt. I'll tell
Well, you know, you got to call a spade sometimes.
you. That's racist.
No, it isn't.
Anyways.
It has connotations, but I meant none of that in my vernacular, sir. How dare you? And I am offended that I don't give a fuck. Jesus Christ.
So
okay.
Cosplay.
Yeah.
Explain cosplay to the old folks that don't know
So
what
the old
cosplay
folks,
is.
it's essentially like
He
just
means
pretending
me.
like
No, I don't
every
mean you.
day-
You know what cosplay is.
it's every day is Halloween, you know?
Right.
You can dress up as whatever you want.
Fuck
Typically
yeah.
a lot of people will dress up as like their favorite movie or
So who would you dress up
Cartoon
as
movies.
cosplay?
video game characters. So I do like a Stein from Soul Eater, which is actually a male, but I dress up like a female. I still keep it female.
What's a Stein?
Stein? He is a science teacher to a degree, but he's kind of crazy. He's got this big screw out of his head, and he's wacko, and that's why I probably like him.
Nice.
And then I've done like a Vaporeon Pokemon kind of a thing, and man, I feel like I've like
So it's-
devoid of things to
Right on.
It's okay.
I
No,
can't
I
go.
mean-
Well,
no,
that's
I mean,
the thing of it
it's
is, I
all
can't go to
interesting
any
shit.
conventions now,
Oh,
so I'm just
I'm
kind of
sorry.
like.
I bumped you out. My
bad. Yeah.
I mean, we should have.
Brick
I was
wall.
because we. Okay, so we have a Halloween party here at the club, right?
Nice.
We do, and we
Yay.
encourage people to dress up. And I would say maybe 1/8 of the people actually come here in costume, because
That's
most of
pretty-
the. Well, here's the thing, man. And I'm not just saying clubs, but most guys that ride fucking motorcycles, they're fucking hardcore. We don't dress up for shit. We're super fucking hardcore. But there is that subculture. Yeah, brother Boomer here.
There he
who-
is.
Yay,
Yeah.
Boomer.
Boomer.
never not fucking dresses up whenever he gets a chance.
I
But
feel that.
I mean, I
I
think
feel that.
that gets back to my original point, man. There's just all different types of people that ride motorcycles, man.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes people are going to Burning Man and they're listening to fucking Bio and they're going to cosplay and they're riding fucking Harley Davidsons. That's fucking badass. And then there's
And you're not on a gold one.
No.
And you're not on- well,
I'm not. I've been on one.
Ugh.
It was really comfortable.
well, this concludes our episode. For,
It was really good.
It was. What do you want me to say?
No,
It was really
no,
comfortable.
I'm sure it is. Yeah, it's great. How was the air conditioning?
Yeah, right.
Right?
How many cup holders did you have?
I didn't have one, but I was on the back. I don't know
Oh.
if there wasn't one on the front or not. But people put cup holders on their Harleys.
I
see
actually,
them all the
I actually
time.
borrowed a brother's bike and he had a cup holder on it, and that is like the greatest invention ever. I've never had a bike with a cup holder before, and yeah, sure as
Yeah,
shit,
You
fucking.
can get one.
I know
I
they're
can show you
fucking
where they're
rad.
at.
I'm jamming down a fucking backcountry road, drinking a beverage out of the fucking cup holder and shit. Fucking, oh, it was fucking rad. And he had a fucking stereo. I've never had a bike with a stereo ever, so I don't know. I was living the fucking cushy life this past weekend.
Well, yeah, and Brother Chop's got the Stage 4 performance.
And he's got the performance,
Yeah.
and the upgraded stereo, and
Yeah.
the cup holder, which is
She
fucking.
goes.
I do really like music, and that's been kind of the thing about like the Softail that I'm like, man, because you can get speakers on them. They make speakers for
Yeah,
them.
they make those
Yeah.
those Bluetooth deals.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a
Yes,
Road
they
King,
make
so I've been
bars,
kicking around the
speakers.
idea of doing the same thing, getting a little like, oh fuck, who makes them? Whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
The dude that makes them.
Yeah, the dude. Yeah,
The dude, that guy over there.
the Chinese company that makes the things that you clamp them onto
They're
your
going up-
handlebars and you fucking hook it up to your phone and you listen to Bio or Nerf Herder,
Or
And,
Justin, or the Beebs.
the Beebs. Here's the thing. I borrowed another guy's bike.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Like,
I
we just
borrowed
said
another guy's
Justin
bike.
Bieber. Here's the thing.
Here's
I just
the
wanna-
thing. Here's the thing.
We've already
Yeah,
gone.
like
We've
that.
already gone
So-
over this on the air. So
So I like to have a good time, and I borrowed one of the probate's bikes, and he's got a dresser and he's got a stereo and the whole shebang. I came pulling into here, all fucking, full of glory, as loud as I possibly could, blaring Lady Gaga.
with
I had my poker face on,
patch
just
members
fucking,
out front.
Oh,
and
yeah, I didn't
clubs,
give a
It was
fuck.
awesome.
because I'm one of those people. I like fucking every other type of fucking music too.
Yeah.
I mean,
think that was Lady Gaga.
who
Some
doesn't like
music is just
That
made to be
bitch
a
can
good
sing,
time.
man.
She
I go,
can.
Lady Gaga can sing.
that guy's amazing.
And she wears a suit of meat.
That's
That's a
true.
dude.
I
That's a
can't
dude.
say
I'm
that
just
I've met
saying.
many other people that are willing to wear meat
So is
suits.
Michelle Obama,
Yeah, maybe. We cut you off. What were you saying?
Yeah,
I
sorry.
haven't just never really. I haven't met a lot of people willing to wear meat suits, so I mean that's a thing.
Hey, you know
Yeah.
what? Be controversial. That's
I
all I
mean-
can say.
It's kind of a waste of meat though, unless you eat it right away, because it's gonna spoil.
It would, and that would
I'm a
be
big
sad.
meat guy. I like. There's no not gay way to say that, is there? There's no not gay way to say it. I like meat.
Anyway,
You're like,
how
"Oh,
about-
Anyways.
anyway, I tell you what,
I like my tube steak raw.
it's good to see you again, Chelsea. It
It's
really
good to
was.
see
It was great when you
Yeah.
you showed up at my son's 4th of July party, and I was like, cool, somebody I can talk to finally, because some of his friends are a little left, but not you. You're fine.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, you're
I don't know
cool.
what you're talking about.
No, you.
I wasn't there.
She was the coolest chick there. Yeah.
I tried.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Final words of wisdom.
Final words of wisdom.
Everybody does a final words of wisdom.
Final words of wisdom.
Like
Well,
we had a club brother that said, "Don't be a douchebag."
And nobody's
we
been
had one-
able to top that.
Well,
Yeah.
Vito got close. Vito
Oh,
said,
that's
"What do you
true.
say? Always be kind," or something like that.
Be kind to each other or something like that.
Something
yeah.
like that. I don't know. He's like the nicest human being I know.
Boomer, what was yours? Don't lead them so much or something?
Whatever. Is there anything?
I think just my
Anything?
I can't
my
remember
past
either.
couple of months experience, just like coming in, being able to come back into the motorcycle world and getting on a motorcycle myself. I just want to say, like, if you want to do something, go fucking do it.
Yes.
Right on. Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's no, it. A lot of people talk a lot of shit, and they say, "I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that," and this whole quarantine thing, like the positivity boasters on social media or whatever are like, "Oh, learn a new skill, learn how to play guitar. If you're in quarantine, learn a new fucking whatever." And I think a lot of people just need to shut the fuck up and do what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't stop being a pussy. Stop fucking throwing excuses like I hate fucking heights. I'll never jump out of an airplane. And yeah, just fucking do what you want to do. And I made fun of myself there.
That's all right.
That's okay.
It's okay.
okay.
I was doing it.
You
That's
know,
cool.
So
it's fine.
You're allowed to deprecate.
well, no, that was a joke because I feel bad about the whole soft tail thing,
Oh,
man.
brother.
I was not staged. I didn't plan it. I
That was
didn't
fucking
plan it.
beautiful. That was
I
that
didn't
was a
plan it.
that
I
was
was
a
like-
golden moment, man.
Well,
Come
because
on.
I was thinking to myself, does she ride the soft tail? And I'm like, I keep telling my wife she should get a fucking soft tail. You know what I mean? And I
Is
was
that-
like, well, soft tail is actually a
Well,
really good
you
bike
did
for a
it,
chick.
and I'm like
And
in
I'm
my
like-
head, and I'm going, he didn't fucking say that.
I
Like,
know, I'm sorry, but it's just the soft tail is a really good bike for a woman because it's usually lower to the ground. It's
I
typically easier to
understand what you're
control.
saying.
It's a nicer, it's a fucking cool bike. Like it's a chill bike. It's not like a Sportster. It's really fucking nimble, and it's like, you know what I mean?
my bike sounds anything but chill.
Hey, man, whenever somebody asks me, hey, what should my first bike be? I'm like, Hayabusa. Get a Hayabusa right away, right out of the gate. Get it over and done with.
I recommend the Triumph Rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ZX14 right away.
Oh, there
Just
you
get
go.
a ZX14. I don't care. An H2? Can you afford H2 money?
Yeah, maybe find an old Yamaha VMAX. You know.
Yeah.
Those are real easy to ride, and they don't go
Super
fast
simple.
at all, right?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
No, you'll be fine. Yeah, right until you hit the wall.
Get a Grom.
Get a Grom.
Well,
Oh,
I suppose.
I suppose we should. Well, Chelsea, it's been a pleasure having you today. Maybe we can catch up with you here in a couple episodes once you get that bike out and you're, you know, in the Nazi state of Illinois, able to actually get your certifications and get out and we can talk again and revisit this. How's that sound?
That sounds great. I would love to come back. It's been awesome.
All right.
Guys. Thank
Fucking
you.
rad.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, and all 4, maybe 5 of you that are sticking with us on this.
Solid 7.
Yeah. Just remember, give us some, just remember, I hate the biker's lifestyle with Dirty and Tank.
Yeah.
And also remember, the most dangerous part in your motorcycle is the nut that connects the seat to the handlebars. Fuck off.
Adios!